Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. We will get started in just a couple of moments. We're letting everyone join in. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday afternoon. We are very excited to bring you our Elevate Me Bootcamp webinar. So just hang tight and we'll be right with you. Hi, Nidhi. So great to see you again on this Friday. How are you?
I'm good, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. It's Friday afternoon. So tell me, what
Yeah.
are your weekend plans?
Kind of excited about weekend plans, planning to take my family out, um, just somewhere a drive or a visit to some park. But yeah, definitely heading out this weekend. So I'm excited about that.
I love
What
it.
about you? What about you? Anything special lined up?
So I was thinking I'm probably going to go to the beach this weekend, as
Oh,
long as
wow.
the weather is nice, which it should be.
Right.
I was thinking of going early to the beach, getting some sun, getting into the ocean, and just relaxing.
Okay. That sounds like a very relaxing weekend, which is good, which is very nice.
So, yeah. So do that and then maybe read a good book. Oh, that's what I'm thinking of doing. Oh,
Like a plan. It's
yeah.
a, it's a, it's a, it's a lovely, peaceful weekend for you then.
So, yes. So, yeah, because it's almost September, which means we're going to have a lot going on
Yeah.
with fall, and then the holidays come. So it's always going to be a busy time in the next several months. So take advantage of the relaxation while we can.
Okay, that sounds really nice. I wasn't thinking about that. I'm like, okay, I'm all ready to head out.
So I wasn't thinking about it either, but I was speaking with some folks from church, and all of a sudden they mentioned we've got our church festival coming up, and next thing you know, we have to
Oh,
start building it, putting up the lights and the construction, and that just the time flies by. And then we have our pumpkin festival going, and I mean everything just happens so very quickly. While we love to enjoy the holidays, they just seem to go by so quickly because there's a lot of preparation. They happen, you tear down everything, and then next thing you know, it's
and
New
then again,
Year's.
exactly. Oh wow, oh yes. I can't believe that we're almost done with August and stepping into September. And this year has gone by pretty fast. Yeah.
Gone by very fast. Yes. And speaking of going by very fast, we have another exciting webinar with a cohort starting. All of this that I'm sure our participants are so excited to hear about. I don't know about you, but I'm always excited to share with our students all of the exciting news that Elevate Me has to offer. What about you?
Very much. Likewise, Michelle.
All right. So how about we get started and we walk them through what we're about, who we are, and what we do. So once again, thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Michelle Licata. I am the career coach here at Elevate Me. I am joined by my very beautiful and wonderful co-host Nidhi, who is our career services manager. We are going to introduce to you Elevate Me. So, Elevate Me is a disruptor in the marketplace. We are the very first online career boot camp that provides an end-to-end solution specifically designed for international students. That is right. We are the very first, which makes it awesome for you. We help international students not only help you with a full-time job, but we are ethically and honest in this marketplace, meaning there is nothing fake, there is nothing dishonest about what we do, which makes us stand out. Our mission is to help empower you to achieve your career goals in the United States. We offer comprehensive one-on-one career support, as well as personalized one-on-one technical mentorship. You have hands-on guided support from day one. Another great aspect that makes us a disruptor is that we are accredited by the Ohio State Board of Career Colleges, which is recognized throughout the country. This makes you the students stand out in your interview. Let us tell you a little bit about what we do that is going to help you, again, be more competitive in your job search, in the interview, as well as throughout your entire career. You will be working, as I shared, one-on-one with your technical mentor as you build up that portfolio. You're going to have that hands-on personal development, which is going to help enhance the already skills that you have, those basic skills, and help transition that theoretical knowledge that you have into practical real-world experience. The GitHub that you may already have, or maybe it's not quite as where you like it, is going to be built up into an awesome, competitive GitHub that you will be proud to showcase to recruiters. It's going to be built up with real-time projects, capstone projects, giving you that industry experience. Let's get to the career support, which I know we all are so excited about that we're just nipping at understanding what it's all about. You will have personalized, tailored job search support and soft skill training with your dedicated career services team. This means that you will have weekly one-on-ones with a career coach. You will also have job search support with a dedicated career services executive team. They will be helping you with your job applications. Your career coach will be working on not only the resume building, the LinkedIn, your interview training, the behavioral, right? Your technical will be with your technical mentor, the mock training. You're also going to be developing those soft skills, nonverbal communication, verbal communication, all of the great skills that makes you a better candidate. All of this helps you get ready for interviews. As I mentioned, and Nidhi and I will get into this a little bit deeper, is that job application support. And you do have that option of putting the boot camp under your work experience on your resume and list yourself as a trainee. Stay tuned for more exciting things that we have to offer. Nidhi, over to you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. You went through all of the details. Amazing. This is something that I know will help a lot of students out there when they're prepping for their job search. Now, one of the things that we are very proud of on the bootcamp is also to state that we have 100% money back guarantee. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because we want to ensure and commit to you on the fact that when you succeed, so do we. So it's just for us to show our commitment to you throughout the entire bootcamp. So this is an 8 months money back guarantee, which means once you join the bootcamp with us, and within 8 months, at the end of the 8th month, if you do not have a job, you get your entire money back. So now what else can be more reassuring than that, right? Perfect. So over to you now, Michelle.
Thank you so much. So let's get into a little bit about our course offerings. And as Nidhi shared, right, because we are so confident in what we deliver, this is why we offer that money back guarantee. So let's talk about our confidence, right? This live project that is led by your technical mentor in that one-on-one. You will be working on a real-time project, being trained on a day-to-day basis, which goes into that GitHub. This is crucial to ensure that you are being competitive. This is what helps differentiate us from consultancies, from other areas, is that because this is real, there's nothing fake about it. We're not putting anything that's untrue. It is all things that you can talk about and feel confident in what you're speaking of because you are doing it, right? It is with the US company, right? Which gives you that credibility. As you are working on your real-time project, you are also enhancing the skills that you already have, right? That's your technical skill development. So you are coming to our program with skills, right? That theoretical knowledge, the basic skills of your SQL and your Python machine learning. You have those core skills. We are enhancing them. We are making you stronger and more competitive. So yes, you will have your real-time project, but then you also have the option to do 2 capstone projects, which go into your GitHub. This is even more fantastic. Again, giving you more to do, more to build up the GitHub. That gets me to the third part, which I'm briefly mentioning, right, is building up that portfolio, allowing you to stand up with something that is competitive. As you work one-on-one with your technical mentor is helping you develop a customized, competitive GitHub. He is showing you how to really build out your READMEs, really make sure that your repo or your repository is strongly developed. This is what employers go right to. This is what they look to right when they are trying to interview you. Our technical mentor knows this, and this is what he helps develop as you go through our program. And of course, yes, you do have career support. From day one, we are working with you in our weekly one-on-ones. In your welcome letter, we are asking you to schedule a one-on-one immediately. And your career coach is asking, let's schedule a session. She or he is on you immediately to make sure that they are staying in all of the touch points that is necessary to make sure that you are successful. Our whole goal here at Elevate Me is your success. You also have a dedicated career services executive team that works on the job applications for you. We'll get more into that later. That's what we call a teaser. And of course, you have your personal and professional growth. We talk a lot about soft skills. Soft skills are crucial to keep your job. What we want for you is also to not only keep your job, but to grow in your career. So we work on things such as the verbal communication, the adaptability, right? Working well with others. If you've ever seen one of our webinars before, you know that Nidhi and I work very, very closely together, right? Her and I communicate from first thing in the morning till very, very late at night and all throughout the day, right? This is because we thoroughly enjoy each other, right? This is also because we have great soft skills. We have great rapport. Rapport is another soft skill, right? We do not fake anything in our skill development. We actually have a solid working relationship. This ensures that not only do we work well together, but we get our work done in a timely fashion. That is something that we here at Elevate Me help develop and allow you to be successful so you could have a great career. And then what we also do is add that human support, human touch, is that you will have one-on-one mentor calls with your technical mentor, your career coach, your career manager, and whomever else you need support with. We have social media, you have technology support, you've got human support on virtual calls. Any type of support you need, we offer it. We are here for you at all times. So there is never a moment when you cannot reach someone here at Elevate Me if you are struggling. That is something that we pride ourselves on because we know this is a challenging time and you have a lot going on. So we do provide that emotional support as you transition to this new field. Over to you, Nidhi.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I just love it every time you mention that, we work so well together, and that just shows our soft skills. And especially the last point where you were talking about all of the human support that you get on the bootcamp, and that is so critical. Like you mentioned, there's just so many things that happen in a student's life that sometimes this is the most key important requirement that they have when they're in a new country and a new environment. So thanks a lot for going through the slide. Now let's have a look at a very high level view of what does the fast track course look like, because our fast track course is one of the biggest courses that's worked very well with all of our students. They're thrilled about enrolling into it. They're thrilled about the kind of support that we have and the flexibility that we offer on the course. So let's have a look at what is it that we offer on this course. Now, the duration of this course is 5 months long, so it's not too long. It's short enough for you to come in, gather all of the skills that you need, do the live project, get the support that you need on your a job search and to make sure that you get the job at the end of it. And this course is specifically designed for students who have already graduated. So, you have your EAD card, your clock is ticking, you don't have too much of time in hand. So it's specially designed for students who have already graduated. And the enrollments are done on a weekly basis. So we have weekly batches, which is really exciting because every new week we have new faces joining in. The students get to see new people joining onto the cohorts, and they'll be job partnering with them for the live project. So that's something that's really exciting on the bootcamp. And also the technical live training or the live project that we have on the bootcamp, it goes on for 2 months, which is sufficient enough for you to be able to talk about it very well and articulate it really well during your interviews, just to show the kind of skills and the experience that you've gained on the bootcamp. And of course, the most important point, this is the thing that most of the students always ask us for, as in, when would you be able to start off marketing my profile? When would you promote, my resume? And we do offer marketing on the course. It goes up to 4 months, and there's flexibility. Now, what that means is, even on week 1 or week 2, if you really feel like you're ready to kickstart the marketing of your profile, we can enable that for you, right? So this is something that we are very, very proud of, because we have really taken our time, understood what is the requirement that students had in the market before we designed the specific course. And that's the reason why it's worked out so well. And we have so many students joining us on a weekly basis, and it's exciting for us to work with them. Perfect. So let's have a look at what we have on next slide. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Nadine. So up until this point, we've shared a lot of information. So for those of you that have joined us, if you want to pop a question in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, please do so, because we will be answering questions at the end of our presentation. So please start putting in your questions so we can begin answering them. Those of you that are watching on YouTube, please begin to start putting in your questions. We will be answering the questions also on YouTube. So once again, please start putting in your questions. The Q&A is at the bottom for those of you that have joined us on Zoom. And you can also begin putting them in on YouTube. We will be addressing and answering those once we are done with our presentation. All right, now let's get back to our fun and exciting presentation. Right. So as Nidhi was kind of going over, right, she gave you a little breakdown of what the fast track is. Let's look at it as in phases. So phase 1, when you first come into the program, you will be given a foundational training just to make sure that all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, as we like to say, which is our foundational. You have the option of doing not just 1, but 2 capstone projects that can go into your GitHub. This is just to make sure that you are ready for that live project. Your career coaching does begin on day 1. So from day 1, you are having that weekly one-on-one session with your career coach to understand everything that's going to be taking place, get everything in order, and begin that journey. You have access to our internal system, our LMS system, that starts with those modules, and we are off and running. It is, as the title says, a fast track program. All right, so come in ready with the motor running and the gears up and going, because we do not slow down. Then when we get into phase 2, you have already done your foundational training. The live project does begin. It is a one-on-one mentor-led that you begin with your other classmates. So not only are you working one-on-one with your technical mentor, you also have other teammates that you are working with on a live project. So there is that commitment, not only to your mentor, to yourself, to your teammates that you are working on in that live project. So you are continuously building up, again, those soft skills: collaboration, adaptability, communication, problem solving, resilience. All of those is in that technical portion. These are things you talk about in an interview. And then still adding that career portion to it. building up those soft skills. You're going through the modules of the technical, you're going through the modules of the career, helping you become a better candidate and more competitive. These are all things that employers want to see. Now we get to phase 3. You notice we haven't slowed down. We're still going. It is still the fast track. This is the Daytona 500, right? I'm not a racetrack person, but those of you that have seen it, this is, right, as they say, this is the largest attended sporting event in the country. So this is huge, right? There's, I think, a lot of laps, 500 laps. This is a lot. We're still going very fast, a lot of laps around a track, which I still don't understand. Anyway, we're in phase 3. Job application support has begun, meaning we are sending out hundreds of applications. Nidhi, help me with the math, please. I believe you said 100 applications a day, right?
Yes.
For, let's say 30 days, right? 30 days in a month. How many is that? I'm not good with math. How
That's
many?
like a good 3,000 job applications done in just 30 days.
Holy moly. 3,000, 3,000 in 1 month that our team is doing on a
30
student's
working
behalf.
days, yes.
So while they're going through all of this, we've got a team that's doing 3,000 a month. That's incredible. All of that work that we're doing for them and we're getting them prepared. And if I'm reading that right, we're still giving them career coaching support to help them with the behavioral, the mock interviewing, right? Salary negotiation, getting them ready. Because out of 3,000, just in 1 month alone, pretty confident that they're going to be getting interviews.
For sure. There's no doubts on that.
No doubt. Right. So what we're doing with all of this is making sure that when they're getting those initial screenings, they're going to be ready to capitalize and secure not only that interview, but the second, third, and final rounds to get that job offer. That
right.
is a disruptor in the industry. That's a game changer. That is Elevate Me. Pretty darn awesome. Pretty darn awesome. Yeah.
It really is. And the math is unbelievable. I mean, like, I cannot imagine sitting and doing 3,000 in a month by myself, let alone a student with all of the commitments that they have, when they're in the country, when they're looking at upskilling, so many things going on. And then this is really amazing support. So now let's have a look at exactly what is it that we offer on, anything that's career related, all of your job search. So Michelle has spoken about this. We kind of touched upon this in the previous slides, but let's just kind of go through it individually. So like, as Michelle mentioned, you do have access to one-on-one career coaching call right from day 1. So yes, there is going to be an LMS. You do have access to an LMS, which has a beautifully curated curriculum, which takes you through exactly how to design a resume, which is ATS friendly. So many things, so many aspects, which is covered in that. And apart from that, you have access to taking that one-on-one calls with your career coach, just to make sure that you understand exactly what is being taught on the bootcamp, right? So this is very, very critical when you're looking for a job. Having that kind of support from a coach who has industry experience as well is unmatched. And then the math that we just did, the 100 job applications a day. So can you imagine 30 working days, 3,000 applications done? Yes, today's job market is challenging. There's no doubt about that. But then with 3,000 applications, done for you in just 30 working days, there's no doubt on the fact that you will have interviews enabled, right? That is without a doubt. And the best part is when you do have an interview scheduled externally, you can take those mock interview training sessions internally with our team members as well. So I'll just touch upon that a bit, but just letting you know about how the job applications are going to work, which is really exciting. And then we come to the real world experience about that you are all looking for. So we do know that a lot of you guys, the international students out there, you do not have the right kind of experience to show in your resume, right? You might be volunteering somewhere, you might have taken up something else, but that's not going to help you get your foot in the door when it comes to getting into the kind of career field you want to be in several years from now, right? So having that real world experience to show in your resume, being able to speak about it makes a world of a difference. It gets you at par with somebody with experience in the market. And then now the final point being what I just spoke about in the mock interview training. So I was talking about how we have so many job applications done. We're enabling the interviews for you. And when you do have these interviews enabled externally, you're free to book a call with your technical mentor to do a mock technical interview. So the mentor is going to exactly mimic, somebody who's going to do an interview externally and give you that real world experience, so that you're a lot more confident before you go out and take those interviews. And you're also, you also have the option to take a mock behavioral interview with your career coach, again, which makes a world of a difference. Our coaches come with an experience of having placed so many others in the market, job market, so they know exactly what hiring managers are looking for in most of, all of these behavioral questions. And somewhere where majority of the students get stuck is something as basic as, okay, tell me something about yourself, and you really don't know how to navigate it. You don't know what you're supposed to say. You have somebody to kind of train you through these mock interviews and assist you on that. So yeah, what more do you need? So this is everything that we cover to ensure that you get the job that you're looking for. Now, over to you, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. So as I had mentioned in the very first slide, we do give you that option of putting the boot camp under your work experience as a trainee. So here's just a sample resume of a boot camp graduate and how they listed it under their work experience. So if you can see that it's the Elevate Me Boot Camp, Columbus, Ohio, we do have an actual brick and mortar building where you can go anytime. If you are in Ohio currently, if you are visiting Columbus, Ohio, you are just going there because it is beautiful. You want to check out the zoo that they have in Ohio. You just find the weather there delightful. By all means, please go and check out Ohio. It's a gorgeous state. I've been there. It's lovely. Go visit. Go take a drive there. Go walk in. Everybody is very friendly. They want to meet you. Go see it. Anyway, let's get back to the resume. Oh, please, you can put it on your resume. You would have the start date of when your boot camp started. You can put July, August, right? We're coming into September, -present, and then you would list it as a data analytics and machine learning trainee. And then, of course, you would put the brief description as well as the projects that you have been involved in. These just happen to be the projects that this individual has been working on. Yours would look different because projects do change. So you can see that we are actually giving you real-time experience, real-world experience that you can speak about in a job interview. Again, you're listing yourself as a trainee that you can talk about in an interview with confidence because you're doing things ethically and honestly and have that confidence that there's nothing fake because
Exactly.
of what's happening. Right? Which I think, Nidhi, that gives you that confidence, right? That
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, you can look back years from now and not be worried about what's in your resume or what kind of questions might be thrown at you. You know exactly what you've done and you're going to be able to speak about it. So yes, that's a huge relief.
Huge relief. Yes, I agree. So as you can see, those of you that have already put questions in on the Q&A, thank you so much. We see that you guys have been flooding the Q&A. We really do appreciate it. Please continue adding those questions. We're going to get to as many as we can. Same on YouTube. Thank you very much. Again, please continue adding those questions. We are at the conclusion of our presentation. Thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. What we're going to do is we're going to get to how you can contact us. I know that you are so excited to reach out to us. Our admissions team is anxiously waiting. If you would like to visit our website, please do so. It's elevateme.pro, elevateme.pro, P-R-O. You may contact us by phone 614-965-8005. or you may email at us at info@elevateme.pro. And now we're going to open it up to Q&A, but we are also joined. Nidhi, did you see we have a surprise special guest joining us?
Very excited about that. Yes.
We
Oh,
are
thank you,
so
Michelle. That
excited.
makes me feel so good.
I love when Pratchett comes onto our webinars. Pratchett is one of our teammates. He's wonderful. He's knowledgeable. I hope you're going to enjoy listening as he does and hosts our Q&A for us. Welcome, Pratchett. Great to see you.
Thank you, Michelle, for such a wonderful introduction. I really loved it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right. So, guys, my name is Pratchett Shah. I'm operations manager with Elevate Me, and very excited to be here. I will be asking the questions that you guys have posted in Q&A. And guys, keep it coming. No question is a small question or a dumb question. We would appreciate all the questions. We will take as many questions as we can today until 4 p.m. So we have still 30 good minutes to go. So I hope we cover all the questions. If not, you can always contact us on the given number right here in the contact us, or you can always email us at info@elevateme.pro, or check out our website and read all the information that we have to offer for the international students. Me, myself, was an international student long back, and I exactly am aware about what international students go through, how their journey is, how they find a job, and what challenges they face. And our CEO who made this program also was an international student once. Now he's the CEO of our company. So we both are highly experienced in international student market, and we are very well aware about what challenges you guys face. So that's why we have created this program exactly for international students and overcome all those challenges. So keep it coming and we can start our Q&A. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So I'll just throw out question, and Niti or Michelle, you guys pick whoever wants to go for it.
Sure. Sounds
All
good.
right. Okay. So the first question is, how is Elevate Me different from other consultancies? So who wants to go for it?
Yeah, I would be happy to take that. So I'm sure a lot of students out there are already aware about consultancies, because I'm sure in your class and your campus, a lot of your seniors might have done it, join consultancy. So this is something that most of the students are aware of. And in most cases, that was the only option students had in the past, right? And that's the reason why we come and we're disruptors. So how are we different from consultancies? Firstly, we belong to the EdTech space. So we're an education institute accredited by the state of Ohio, right? And we do not put in any fake experiences into your resume. So we were talking about that a little earlier in the slides as well. It's stressful when you have a lot of years put up in your resume, which you do not carry, right? It's something that can haunt you even in the future, because there might be questions asked about it all the way till the end of your career life. I mean, people are always going to come back and ask, okay, you worked here in this company in this designation. Can you tell me a little about what you did? And you probably don't know what to say there. Another reason why that's really scary is because, let's say you have like 2 to 3 years or even 7 or 8 years in certain cases put up in your resume, and you join the company and you're a fresher and you do not have experience and you're expected to perform at the level of somebody with that years of experience. That can be really nerve-wracking, right? So we are not going to put you through that. Now, as I mentioned, we are an online boot camp, and boot camps are well acknowledged and accepted by companies in the US. So even when you put in, like, I've had this question from students saying, okay, your life project is just 2 months versus a consultancy who's ready to put in like 4 to 5 years of experience. So how does that work? So the truth is that in the job market right now, a lot of the hiring managers are aware about consultancies. They know students put up fake experiences. And if they see some, several years of experience put under somebody's resume, they're going to ask you a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of interrogation. But because boot camps are well established in the US market, even if it's few months, it is accepted as real training. So it's like an actual on-the-job training. It's similar to an actual internship that you're doing in the job market. So That's how we are set apart primarily. And of course, no consultancy is going to ever give you access to live data, which will allow you to do an actual project in a team environment, right? So that's how we are uniquely different from, and I think we are uniquely different from any boot camp as well out there, because I'm not aware of any boot camp that actually offers live project training under mentors. So yeah, we're really proud of that. I hope that answers.
I am sure it answers. Wonderfully explained. Thank you, Nidhi. Michelle, you want to add anything on that?
I think she covered it, right? I think
If
she,
there's anything, Prachit, feel free to add in.
Sure. No, I'm okay. I loved your answer. Yeah, that makes
no,
total sense.
yeah, I loved her answer. I think we're good,
Okay.
on everything that she covered. Yeah.
All right. So there is one question which is down there, but I think it mixes well with this, what Niti just explained. And this
Mhm.
question, if Niti wanna add up on it,
Uh-huh.
most of the companies are not hiring freshers. So how would you be able to get me a job?
Okay, yes. So I understand what that question is. So what you mean is there are a lot of companies, even at entry-level positions, that require at least 2 to 3 years of experience,
Mm.
right? But one thing that you must be aware of is it's not the 2 to 3 years of experience. It is how well can you really articulate and speak about what you've done in that 2 to 3 years that matters. Now, let's say I have somebody whom I'm interviewing and that person has 7 or 8 years or even 2 to 3 years of experience versus somebody with few months of experience. But the person with few months of experience is more technically sound, can really articulate what they've done on their project, has most of the tools, skill set on the tools that's required. Would I prefer somebody with 3 to 4 years of experience or somebody with 2 months of experience in the required field with the skills that I'm looking for? I would go for somebody with that 2 to 3 months of experience, right? So it's about how you can articulate. Now, I know there are a lot of students out there who join consultancies and are not able to talk about it in the interviews and fail miserably, right? That has happened. I've heard about this in the past. But what I have seen with boot camps is students are able to speak about their projects so well that they get picked up. We've had so many experiences of students get picked up from boot camps, and even pivoting into the tech field from a non-tech background. Zero experience in the tech space and still being able to get into the tech space. So yeah, that's the kind of training and that's the kind of experience that you gather here, which you wouldn't get anywhere externally, unless and until, of course, somebody takes you on board on an internship or on the job training. Yeah, I hope that answers.
Perfectly. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Michelle, if you don't want to add anything, this question is made for you actually. So let me shoot that question. And if you want to add on anything on this, you can do both together. So this question is, can you explain me how will my resume be shortlisted? Do you guys use ATS Insights? And with no experience, how would my resume be shortlisted? If you want to work on this, Michelle.
Okay, thank you. So what we do is, everyone comes to us with some form of experience, right? Whether it's something they've done in India, whether they've done something in school, something volunteer, something. And so based upon that, that is usually some type of quote unquote experience that we work with, that we talk about. And so using that is what students are going to focus on. And then of course, we're using their real-time projects that they're talking about, that they're looking at. You're also putting your Elevate Me bootcamp on there as a trainee. And so from that, what we're also doing is taking the resume that they currently have and optimizing it for the ATS. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System, and we're making that what we call ATS friendly. We have a system in place. We have career coaches that have years of experience on what needs to happen. They've also continuously do research multiple times per year to make sure that our formatting is up to date. what needs to happen, right? They do research on the ATS to make sure that it is staying current within the marketplace, to make sure that the resumes do pass this ATS system, this AI system, to make sure that the resume formatting that we use goes through. So all of those applications and the resume is going through the computer system. So that is one thing that we are doing. So taking what the students do have, not using the same resume, we are making it more competitive with our format. And then what we also then do is, through the weekly one-on-one coaching, we are working on a lot of those soft skills. One of them being that passion and that enthusiasm for this field. One thing that I've specifically seen as I've worked with people that have no experience in data, we're working with people that do, is that the ones that come in enthusiastic, passionate, want to learn, right? That passion for learning are the ones that get the job. So when we have people with very little experience, no experience, but the desire to learn, over somebody, what we call a know-it-all, right? Somebody that has so many years of experience and all they do, they sound like a robot, versus passionate. The passionate ones are what the companies want. Anyone can hire a human robot.
Yeah, I agree on this.
Passionate, excitement, the ones that are what we call hungry. So when our students are hungry, when they are excited, when they have the desire to learn, that is what gets them the job, because that is what you cannot teach in a textbook. And this is those soft skills that we teach. Right? So that is what helps when we see no experience. And that is what we specifically look for in a candidate, is how passionate are you? How much desire do you want? That's what helps them get the job. And that's what overall our company specializes in.
Perfect. That was a very beautiful answer, Michelle. Thank you so much. Niti, you want to add anything on that?
No, I think that was answered perfectly.
All
Thanks,
right,
Michelle.
perfect. I hope that answers the question. If not, then you can post it down in Q&A window. Again, let's move on to our next question, and that is the certification importance in the resume and job market. The certification that Elevate Me provides.
Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, we are accredited by the state of Ohio. So it's a highly credible certificate that you do receive. And it carries a lot of value when you graduate from us and you receive the certification and you're able to state that you've completed the boot camp through us. So yeah, I kind of hope that answers. I'm not sure if there was anything attached to that, guys. If you have any further questions on that, please feel free to put it up.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that answers. Michelle, you want to add anything on that?
Yeah, so what we've seen, right, in attending a boot camp, it does give more validity, plus with the accreditation that they know that the state of Ohio is recognizing it, because there is, the state has to go through it, but the federal government has to recognize the state, which then has to recognize our boot camp. So there's a lot of red tape that goes through this. So because you are choosing our boot camp, you are investing in your own education, which is something that employers are going to value. So when you care about your education, just like you did with your master's, but you're caring about furthering, right, furthering your skills, you are choosing something, and you are choosing an institution and a boot camp that also values what they do, because they value you. So Elevate Me cares what we do because we took the time and effort to get accredited by a state board. So we care so much about you that we took the time, the effort, the finances, right? We're putting all that small detail into us for you to do all this, so that way when you're speaking about it, you can speak with it through confidence that it is something worthwhile. And that means a lot, because there's a lot of boot camps out there that don't do it. Having years of experience in this industry, we see things that pop up and go away because they don't take that that time out for the accreditation. So what Nidhi has also shared, that accreditation is so important. It means that we really took the time to care about our students and their education because we know how important it is.
Perfect. Beautifully answered. All right. So let's move on to our next question. And that is, okay, I tried to enroll and someone from your team sent me an assessment.
Okay.
Okay, so probably wants to know why they have to go through the assessment.
Okay, fine. So yeah, as we were mentioning, there's a live project that you're going to be taking up as soon as you join the bootcamp. So there are some basic skills, technical skills that the student has to have before they can get into the live project. And that's the reason why the technical assessment is critical. I mean, we want to make sure that the students are a perfect match for the course. So I'm sure most of you guys would have given some sort of written examination or test before you join in certain places. So yeah, it's very similar to that. We want to make sure that you're a right fit for the program with us.
Perfect. Michelle, you want to add anything, or I can move on to the next question?
No, we can move on. I think
All
that,
right.
yeah, that suffices.
Okay. Can you highlight a little bit more about money back guarantee?
Okay, so our money back guarantee is for a duration of 8 months, which means from the date of enrollment, of course, and as you know, there is that 5 months period that you're there on the bootcamp. And there is that additional 3 more months where you still continue to get support from your career coach. And then at the end of that 8th month, if you still don't have the job that you're looking for, we give you 100% money back. So it's not like we deduct anything and keep it with us. It's the entire amount that you get back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. I lost the next question. Hold on. All right. Okay. So next question is very interesting. What are current industry trends? How does the market look like? Who wants to take that?
So I can kind of take this. So
Sure.
yeah, and so I'm sure everyone is aware, right? There's it's up and down, ebbs and flows, right? And right now you see layoffs, just like we've seen throughout the entire year. We saw layoffs in 2022, 2023. So it's an unsteady period. But what we do read about are the layoffs in the larger companies. That's usually what gets promoted, are the
Published
layoffs in the
then,
larger
yeah.
companies. There are hundreds of thousands of companies in the US, and there are hundreds of thousands of companies that are hiring. It's just a matter of going after those. 80% of jobs that are out there are not online. They're actually on company websites. So what's happening right now is because, yes, the economy is struggling. We know this. The economy struggles every several years. It's a trend out there. It's not really something new. The economy struggled several years ago, before, and it will recover, and then we'll have things happen again. So what it is, it's a matter of looking and being more strategic and looking at different places, not doing what everyone else is doing, going to the same job boards. Our students right now that are enrolled in the program, we teach them to go to different places to be more strategic, right? So as we are applying for jobs on their behalf, we also teach them different places to go. So when you go to different places, there's hundreds of thousands of jobs that are out there. So companies are still hiring. They do still need people. We hear that all the time. There's articles being out there that we still need things. The companies still need jobs. It's just sometimes the larger companies that you read about, that you see, those are the ones that get the most publicity. They're the largest. There's a lot of companies that are still hiring, that still need people, that are being neglected. So we want to give them some love and some attention and send some people their way. So if you're interested, you want to give them some love, you want to shower them with affection, we're going to teach you how to go to the right
So nice.
Isn't that a nice
That's a
kind
nice
of
way of
way?
looking at it. And yes,
Uh,
it's so true. I mean, a lot of students get scared because of all the job layoffs that happens with the big tech companies, right? But then there are companies which are still hiring. A lot of students say they don't get through interviews because the companies are saying, "Hey, are you on visa? Do you need sponsorship? Oh, we cannot give you sponsorship." But then there are targeted companies. I know, Michelle, you have worked on this so well on identifying companies that do sponsor visas, right? And targeting them. So it's not like all hopes are lost. It's just about where you put in your time and efforts. And yeah, perfect. That answers it.
Yeah, that was put very well, I'm sure. Okay, so this is a question coming back to Elevate Me from the market was when can I expect my marketing to start? Essentially, job placement services to start once I enroll.
So I can take that and then I can turn over to you. So there are a few components that need to happen first before we can begin marketing. And the reason being is that because we are confident that once marketing begins, you will be getting interviews. So we want to ensure that you are successful and you are capitalizing on these interviews. So when you're getting them, you are securing the next round and the next, and you are building up that confidence. That is primarily our focus. So a couple of things that must take place. As we previously mentioned, the resume that you currently have must be made more competitive, must be revised and ATS compatible. So that is a step process that must happen. The next is you're doing a recorded mock assessment that would be sent to me. So that is something. You are also doing a live mock interview with me. That is also something that takes place. It is not simultaneous day after day after day. There is it goes through. So please don't think that this is all in 1 week. This happens. These are things that after review, after feedback. So you have your resume, you have a recorded mock assessment, you have a live mock interview with myself. And then should all three of these components be met, I then give the green light to our technical mentor, which will then conduct a mock technical interview. If all four of these components are met, you are then given the final green light to go ahead to marketing. Then marketing begins, and then all the job applications. So those are what takes place. It can vary. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It really depends, again, on the partnership between the student, coach, and the technical mentor, making sure everything goes through. Nidhi, do you want to add anything?
No, I think you explained everything well, Michelle. So it's very flexible. Whoever has asked that question is very flexible. So even in week 1, if you feel like, okay, your resume is up, it's ATS ready, it's your LinkedIn is ready to go, and you're ready to take up the mock interviews with both your career coach and your technical mentor, we can even start your marketing from week 1. So yeah, there's a lot of flexibility here.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you guys. And that answers the question in very detail. So we have quite a few questions coming up for technical part, but unfortunately
But yeah,
today we don't have our technical mentor present, and that's why we are not taking those questions. But if you have any question, you can always call us on the given number, and then they will be connecting you with our technical mentor. If you have any questions or anything like that, if you want to know more about what our technical track looks like, or what technologies we are going to use, or what exactly we're going to help you with technically, then you should contact our team, and they would be more than glad to set up a meeting with our technical mentor. And also a post assessment, you would be actually meeting our technical mentor before you enroll actually in the program. So there also you are free to ask those questions. So Niti and Michelle, I'll skip all the technical questions, and we have quite a few questions, but we won't be able to take all those questions due to time limitations. but we have our phone number right behind Niti's screen. I can still read out for you at 614-965-8005. You can always call us or you can always email us. Our email is info@elevateme.pro. Or if you have any questions, if you are here, you probably are already connected with someone from our team. Or if not, then you can always call us or email us and someone from our team will contact you. If not, then we will be meeting on the same link for the Zoom. On YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel. So on the same day, same time, you can join again. The next week, it would be again 3 to 4 EST. And we will be bringing a brand new topic with us and explain you more about our Elevate Me and more about how to overcome the challenges and get your first job in the US in ID, especially in DAML. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. I hope you guys have a happy weekend. If you guys want to add
Thank you.
anything, Niti or Michelle.
No, that's it. Thank you so much, Pratchett, for joining us today. Michelle, it was amazing
All right.
co-hosting with you, as always.
Yeah,
So
thank
yes.
you, Nidhi, as always, being a great co-host. Pratchett, thank you so much for being an amazing Q&A host. You make Pat Sajak and Alex Trebek look like amateurs.
I
You
didn't get
host. Yeah, they're Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
So yeah, you are Ryan Seacrest. Would that work? Is that a young
That
person?
works.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Person, yeah. So you are the co-host of co-hosts with us. So thank you so very much. And happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday,
Happy
everybody.
Friday.
Take care.
Bye.